Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, when did I stop recognizing myself? It starts small. A raised eyebrow. A question that feels more like a trap. One day you're confident, clear, and the next, you're second-guessing every move, every word. But what if I told you that the power to break free doesn't lie in changing them, but in mastering yourself? The Stoics faced emperors, exile, and betrayal, yet they found peace, not by controlling others, but by reclaiming their minds. And you can too. Stick around. This might just change the way you see everything. Narcissistic control is a subtle thief. It creeps in, wrapped in charm, cloaked in manipulation, and often disguised as love or concern. At its core, it aims to fracture your sense of self, rewriting your reality until you begin to doubt your own thoughts and feelings. In such a fog, how does one regain clarity? How do you stand firm when the very ground beneath you has been distorted? For the ancient Stoic philosophers who navigated the complexities of Roman life with a focus on virtue, wisdom, and inner peace, the answer lies in the one thing a narcissist cannot touch: your mind. This is the Stoics' path to freedom. And it begins with a simple, but radical, idea: control what you can. Accept what you cannot. Before we explore how Stoicism can offer a path to healing, let's first understand what narcissistic control looks like. A narcissist isn't just someone with a big ego or a need for admiration. Clinically, narcissistic personality disorder is marked by a lack of empathy, a grandiose sense of self-importance, and a deep need to manipulate others to maintain a fragile inner image. Control, for the narcissist, is a survival strategy. It can manifest as gaslighting, making you question your memories or perceptions; love bombing and devaluation, intense affection followed by coldness or cruelty; triangulation, involving third parties to manipulate or punish; silent treatments and guilt tripping, weaponizing your emotions to maintain dominance. Over time, this kind of relationship can create learned helplessness. You begin to believe that your feelings don't matter, that you can't trust your own thoughts, that leaving is impossible. But the Stoics teach us that while we can't always control how others behave, we can control how we respond, and that is where our power begins. Stoicism, developed by thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, is built around a central dichotomy. There are things within our control, and things outside our control. Within our control: our beliefs, our judgments, our choices, our actions. Outside our control: the behavior of others, the past, our reputation, our health, to an extent, events in the external world. In the context of narcissistic control, this principle becomes a lifeline. You can't control how the narcissist acts. You can't make them change. But you can control whether you internalize their manipulations. You can decide not to let them hijack your peace of mind. The Stoic doesn't wait for the world to be fair. They act with virtue regardless. The first step in overcoming narcissistic control is to reclaim your inner world. The Stoics offer a few key tools. 1. Cognitive distance. Epictetus once said, "It's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." When the narcissist tells you you're too sensitive, or you're imagining things, your instinct may be to doubt yourself. The Stoic practice is to take a step back and examine the thought. Ask yourself, is this true? Is this helpful? Is this under my control? This act of stepping outside your emotions, even briefly, is like coming up for air. It gives you perspective. 2. The view from above. Marcus Aurelius often used a technique known as the view from above, imagining himself as a small part of the vast cosmos. When locked in the mental trap of a narcissistic relationship, it helps to zoom out. This person's opinion is not the absolute truth. Their behavior says more about them than it does about you. In the grand scope of life, this moment is not the totality of your existence. Detachment doesn't mean denial, it means freedom from being ruled by emotional chaos. A hallmark of narcissistic control is the slow erosion of your values. You may find yourself doing things that conflict with your character, just to keep the peace or avoid punishment. The Stoics remind us that the only things worth living for are virtue, courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. Ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my values? Or am I constantly abandoning myself to please someone else? Seneca wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not permitted to prove himself." This battle you're in is not just about escaping a narcissist. It's about proving to yourself that you are whole, worthy, and capable of living by your principles, even in the face of manipulation. One of the most radical Stoic concepts is amor fati, the love of fate. It doesn't mean you enjoy suffering, but that you choose to embrace reality as it is, and grow from it. This experience, as painful as it is, may become the crucible in which you forge your true self. You may not have chosen the narcissist, but you can choose how you respond. You can choose to transmute pain into wisdom, wounds into boundaries. This mindset doesn't absolve the narcissist, it liberates you. Stoicism is often misunderstood as passive or indifferent. In truth, it is deeply courageous. It takes tremendous strength to say, "I will no longer allow myself to be treated this way. I don't need your approval to be at peace. Your rage, your blame, your silent treatments, these are not mine to carry." Boundaries are not about controlling others, they are about protecting what is yours to govern, your peace, your energy, your life. If the narcissist retaliates through guilt, threats, or charm, return to the Stoic shield, indifference to what lies outside your control. The Stoics were big on journaling. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations was never meant for publication, it was his private record of grappling with life. You can do the same. Write down. What triggered you today? How did you respond? Was that response aligned with your values? What could you do differently next time? This daily practice strengthens your mental resilience. It builds a map back to yourself. Escaping narcissistic control isn't just about leaving the person. It's about rebuilding the parts of you that were distorted or silenced. The Stoic path offers a blueprint. Know thyself, define your core values. Practice discernment, identify what is and isn't in your control. Embrace discomfort, growth often comes through hardship. Cultivate inner peace, make serenity your North Star. Above all, the Stoics teach that your worth is not up for debate. It is not dependent on praise, nor diminished by cruelty. You are enough. Always were. To anyone emerging from the grip of narcissistic control, this was not your fault. You did not deserve the confusion, the pain, the erasure of your identity. But now, you have a chance to reclaim what is and always was yours. Your freedom. Your mind. Your peace. The Stoics won't give you false hope or empty affirmations. They'll tell you the truth, life is hard. People can be cruel. But you are not powerless. You are the captain of your soul. And that is where the healing begins. So stand tall. Speak clearly. Live with virtue. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.